Yo, yo. Welcome back to the Leroy and Elena Show, the podcast where we rip open pop culture, roast bad movies with love, and occasionally mourn what could have been. I'm Leroy Jones, your comic-loving co-pilot through the multiverse of mediocrity.
And I'm Elena Lopez, recovering from cinematic whiplash caused by three failed attempts at bringing Marvel's Fantastic Four to the big screen. And today, friends, we're gonna talk about all of it. The disasters, the dashed hopes, and yeah, the doomed dreams.
Doomed dreams. I see what you did there. Victor Von Doom would be proud, or furious. Probably both.
So today's episode is all about why the Fantastic Four, Marvel's first family, can't seem to catch a break in Hollywood. Even though they've had comics greatness for decades, the movie versions? Rough. Let's start with the infamous one, the 1994 unreleased Fantastic Four movie, produced by Roger Corman. You've probably heard of it. If not, go to YouTube right now, type in 1994 Fantastic Four, and prepare yourself for a journey into foam rubber nightmares and awkward smiles.
Oh man, that movie is both hilarious and sad. The costumes look like they were made in someone's garage. Dr. Doom can't move his arms. The thing looks like a burnt action figure. And yet, you kinda feel bad for it.
That's because it was never meant to be seen. It was made for like $1 million just so the studio could keep the rights. Like, they made it in secret. Didn't tell the cast. It was a straight-up fake-out. They thought it was going to be released, did interviews, went to cons, and then boom. Vaulted.
It's a tragedy. But honestly, as goofy as it is, there's more heart in that bootlegged VHS than in most of the later films. It felt like fans trying. Which brings us to...
Okay, so next came the 2005 version starring Ioan Gruffudd, Jessica Alba, Chris Evans, and Michael Chiklis. And look, I'll admit it. 2005 me thought it was fun. But 2025 me? Phew. These movies did not age well.
They're so aggressively mid. They were going for bright and family-friendly, but it felt like watching a superhero sitcom where everyone's just annoyed to be there. Reed Richards had no charisma. Jessica Alba had no business being invisible, she was already invisible in the script.
And poor Chiklis. He gave the thing some genuine emotion, and they stuffed him in what looked like a burnt foam couch. And don't get me started on Dr. Doom. He was a tech bro with shiny cheekbones. Just tragic.
The sequel, Rise of the Silver Surfer, had some cool ideas. The Surfer looked amazing. But the Galactus Cloud? Still one of the worst decisions in comic book movie history. Bro. Galactus is not weather. He's a space god.
Exactly. You can't just make the Planet Eater into a glorified dust bunny and expect fans not to revolt.
Now, the 2015 reboot. Ugh. Directed by Josh Trank. Or should we say, Disaster Trank.
This movie should have been called The Fantastic Four. It tried to go full dark and edgy, but it forgot the part where you actually make us care about the characters. Or, give them chemistry. Or pacing. Or color.
They took the most fun, vibrant, weird family in comics and made them look like they were trapped in a sci-fi prison drama. They didn't even get their powers until like an hour in.
And don't forget, the reshoots were so obvious that Kate Mara's wig changed scenes. She'd go from platinum blonde to soft beige to budget Barbie and back in one conversation.
I remember sitting in that theater thinking, this is the most joyless Marvel movie ever made. And yes, I've seen Eternals. But at least Eternals had pretty skies.
So here's the real question. Why does Hollywood keep messing this up? Why can't they crack the code?
Well, first off, the Fantastic Four aren't just superheroes. They're explorers. They're a family. Reed is a scientist, Sue is the heart, Johnny's the hothead, Ben's the bruiser with a poet's soul. Their stories go beyond, punch the villain. You need to get their dynamic right.
And studios keep forgetting that. They either go full goofy 2005, or full grimdark 2015, without balancing the tone. What they need is heart, imagination, and yes, some Jack Kirby weirdness. You've got negative zones, multiverses, Skrulls, Mole Man. This should feel like space opera meets sitcom.
Exactly. It's not always about the big fights. It's also about the big ideas. This is the family that punches time travelers on Tuesday and still has dinner together on Thursday.
Now it's time to address the elephant in the Baxter building. The upcoming MCU Fantastic Four. It's called Fantastic Four First Steps, and supposed to come out this summer. And we're not exactly optimistic.
Look, I want to be excited. But the MCU has been slipping even though they're pulling out all the stops. And I don't see how they're gonna pull off a reboot of this franchise when the past 3 versions were all disasters and half the fanbase is burnt out on everything relating to the multiverse.
Also, I'm already bracing for yet another miscast Doom. Because if we mess him up again, I swear I'm building Latveria myself.
If Doom isn't terrifying, poetic, and stylish, don't even bother. And if Reed is just another Tony Stark knockoff, don't even bother. We need a nerd dad explorer, not another quippy tech bro.
And please, for the love of Kirby, no more half-baked origin stories. Just drop us into their world. Let us see them be the Fantastic Four, not stumble into it again.
So, where do we stand? The Fantastic Four deserves a great movie. But history often tells us that Hollywood hasn't figured them out yet. And honestly, we're not holding our breath for the MCU to get it right either.
We'd love to be proven wrong. But after decades of disappointment, we're guarding our optimism with vibranium.
But hey, you know who does consistently get it right? Princess Toy Nerd on YouTube. If you love pop culture, deep dives, nostalgic toy chaos, and geek podcast episodes like this one,
subscribe to the Princess Toy Nerd YouTube channel today. You'll find more episodes of the Leroy and Elena Show, toy reviews, skits, fan theories, and maybe even a stop-motion version of the 1994 Fantastic Four made with dolls.
Now that's a reboot I'd actually watch. Until next time, stay fantastic, stay weird, and keep those cosmic rays far away from your origin story.